The most important leadership decisions I've ever made weren't made by logic alone. And I say that as someone who built a globally recognized tech business. I love data. I love a framework, and I live in a world where streamlining processes with logic is my life. But somewhere along the way, I noticed something. The decisions I felt most certain about as a leader, the ones that turned out to be right in ways that I couldn't have predicted, they had something else in them. A quality of knowing that arrived before the analysis did. And here's what I've come to understand about how this actually works through my work as a master intuitive psychology coach. Your brain has been collecting data your entire career, your entire life, actually. Every conversation, every difficult hire, every pivot that worked and every one that didn't, every room that you walked into and felt something. Millions upon millions of bits of data. That experience doesn't just disappear, it gets compressed into pattern recognition that operates faster than conscious thought. The subconscious mind is a vast storehouse of this data, and it's behind intuition and those gut feelings that we all have and recognize in business and life. So, when something feels off about a direction that maybe looks perfectly viable on paper, that's not irrationality. That is your brain drawing on a data set that your spreadsheet doesn't have access to. The practical difference? Next time you're sitting with a big decision, try this. Do your analysis, get the data, build the logical case, absolutely. Then sit quietly with it for a moment, away from the noise. And notice what your body is doing. Is there a sense of ease? Is there a sense of it being right, even if you can't fully articulate why that is? Or is there something tight, resistant, something that keeps pulling your attention despite the logic saying yes, you find yourself tensing up? Don't override the signal. Get curious about it. The leaders that I see making the best decisions over time aren't choosing between logic and intuition. They've learned to run both in parallel and to notice when one is telling them something that perhaps the other has missed. Analysis will give you the map. Intuition will tell you whether you actually want to go there. And you need both.